All right, welcome back to the channel. Shawn Porter of the Showtime Shawn Porter, who covers fights on Fox. He was in the announcer's booth, or I think, in the studio portion of the Deontay Wilder-Tyson Fury fight. He says that Tyson Fury saying he was going to knock out Deontay Wilder in 2 rounds played a psychological toll on Deontay Wilder and affected his performance. At least that's the gist of what I got out of what he said. And man, let me tell you, I'm a huge Deontay Wilder fan, but all of this stuff is just too much, man. It's just too much. It's not that complicated. What happened can be fixed. And let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back. So, man, breaking news, all right? Breaking news. Deontay Wilder got hit with a shot from Tyson Fury. 1 shot, and he never recovered. That's it. He got hit with a good shot. He lost his equilibrium, got off, and he wound up struggling for a couple rounds, getting it back. It didn't get back. It didn't look like it was going to come back, so he started taking punishment. Mark Breland threw in the towel. That's the fight. It's nothing more than that, okay? Nothing more than that. It's heavyweight boxing. Anybody and everybody has the ability to get hit with a shot and put them out, okay? It is. That's just what it is. So for Shawn Porter to say that he thinks that Deontay Wilder, because somebody told Deontay Wilder he was going to knock him out, so much psyched out Deontay Wilder that he just wasn't the same coming into the fight. All right, that's just, to me, man, it just makes no sense. Tyson Fury said he was going to knock out Deontay Wilder the first fight, okay? Dominic Breazeale said he was going to knock out Deontay Wilder. Luis Ortiz said he was going to knock out Deontay Wilder. Whole bunch of people said that they were going to knock out Deontay Wilder, okay? The fact of the matter is, nobody has knocked out Deontay Wilder. That fight they threw in the towel because he was taking too much punishment, which is a technical knockout, okay? Didn't drop him, he dropped him, but he didn't have him face first on the ground and on his knee, waving the fight off, none of that stuff. He lost the fight because he got hit with a good shot in the early portion of a fight and he didn't recover from it. To have all of this conversation about, on both sides of it, is kind of bothering me. One is from a lot of my fellow Deontay Wilder fans, since I am a big Deontay Wilder fan. I like Deontay Wilder. I like Tyson Fury as a fighter too. I just don't like Tyson Fury as the person, because the dude's just, man, he just says one thing, then the next day he's saying something. It's just like a show with him. But he himself, he's an excellent fighter, man. And there's no shame to losing to a guy that's 6'9", 275, 270, 280 pounds that can fight. But to say that Deontay Wilder is like fragile-minded because somebody said that he was going to get knocked him out, that's going to significantly throw his game plan off. Everybody's coming in there to hurt everybody in the boxing ring. Errol Spence Jr. said that to Shawn Porter, that he was going to knock him out. Is Shawn Porter so mentally tough that he can deal with Errol Spence Jr. saying he's going to knock him out? But Deontay Wilder's going to fall apart because Tyson Fury said it? It just makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. And there's just so much stuff going around. I mean, it doesn't bother me because I've been around boxing and been watching boxing long enough to know, dude, there's peaks and valleys, man. There's peaks and valleys. There's been plenty of times where fighters have been considered down and out and gone, and that turned out not to be the case. There's the case of Marco Antonio Barrera, and I think he lost to Junior Jones back-to-back when he was more of an aggressive fighter. After that, he turns around, becomes more of a boxer puncher. Then he has a career-defining win he has actually great fights against El Terrible, Eric Morales, but then he goes and beats Nassim Hamed, who was supposed to be coming to the United States, gonna take over the world, that type of stuff. He did perfectly fine in the second half of his career. Most fighters lose, and Deontay Wilder, it's a situation, live by the sword, die by the sword. And he's been living by the sword for a long time. One fight, he died by the sword. But boxing, you get to be resurrected. You get to get back in the ring and you get to fight again. And we will see what will happen in Deontay Wilder's next fight. But just to listen to you, a lot of you guys, man, a lot of you guys. So let me do it on both sides of this. From the side of my fellow Deontay Wilder fans, there's no need to talk about Deontay Wilder having been hit with an open glove. There's no need to wonder if Tyson Fury is a cheater and all that, because that essentially is a conversation that is not going to go anywhere, because that fight is over. Kenny Bayless did not cite him for hitting with an open fist, but more than likely, with all the attention on that particular technique, Tyson Fury is not going to have that. If he fights in the United States again, in a major fight for the rematch, that's not going to be on the table for him. The open glove punching, that has had, the fact that people have said it will draw enough attention from people that are that will be regulating the fight or overseeing the fight, the referees, the commissions and all that. If Deontay Wilder himself makes a stink about that to a commission, to a fighting commission, and say, look, man, this is what you let this guy do for the fight, and that's what affected it, they're going to obviously say, yeah, that's an illegal punch, because you can see it's a legal punch. It's out there. But harping about it, other than to make a mention of it for Deontay Wilder to move forward and do whatever he's got to do with it, it's really not going to make a big deal. And it just really keeps it just keeps fanning the flames of the people that I'm about to talk about next, which is the people that don't like Deontay Wilder. Y'all ain't never liked Deontay Wilder. You've never given Deontay Wilder any credit. So if you don't give him any credit at any point in time, I'm not going to expect anything else of you when he loses. But to go overboard with it, to say Deontay Wilder was always protected, he was never any good, see, I told you so, all of that nonsense. Look, man, then Tyson Fury hasn't proved anything either then. Just take away Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's a bum. Because by the definitions that you guys use for Deontay Wilder's a bum. Deontay Wilder's never beaten anybody but bums. Then okay, well, Tyson Fury's a bum too. Because Tyson Fury ain't never beat anybody but bums and an over-the-hill Vladimir Klitschko. So what's the whoop-de-doo about Tyson Fury? And if there's no whoop-de-doo about Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, what's the big whoop-de-doo about boxing, period? Just because you lose to the guy that's the best guy does not make you a bum. It doesn't make your career worthless. You all are worthless boxing fans, because you tear down the product of the sport that you say that you purport to enjoy. Now, I know why guys like Chris Mannix does it, because he doesn't really like boxing. He's just paid to cover boxing because he went into journalism as a career, and that's where his career led him. So I can understand from the Dan Rayfields or the Steve Kims and the even Mark Kragel, who I think has a lot more class than these other dudes, because I haven't heard Mark Kragel behave like these fools have. But all these guys, I can understand that from them, because they're not really boxing fans. Their desire to talk about boxing really came from them having a desire just to talk, to be a personality, to be a television personality and a journalist personality. And that was their career. And they just and boxing is just a means to that end. For boxing fans, though, the enjoyment of the sport and talking about the sport and seeing great fights are the end. And you can tell that Deontay Wilder has given people that, because there would be no Tyson Fury fight without that. Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight does not happen without Deontay Wilder going out of his way to make it. The first one wouldn't have taken place without Deontay Wilder going out of his way to try to make it. Luis Ortiz fights, which were both good fights, would have never happened if Deontay Wilder didn't go out of his way to make it. So you're blasting on the guy that is the one that did all of the work necessary to have the excellent event. And then when the event's over, you guys come out with nonsense like 1.2 million pay-per-view buys isn't good because it didn't make the break-even mark. Like, it's just to watch the progression of these arguments that you guys make. It's the same thing. Well, if the numbers were okay, then nobody wanted to see them. right? But if the numbers are good, well, then the company that put it on spent too much money and they didn't get their return on investment. So even though there was a estimates between 700, and I've never seen for the same fighter such wide estimates come out from the media about what his pay-per-view numbers are. Every time you have something, a Canelo Alvarez pay-per-view, it's one number they come out with. It's, Oscar De La Hoya said it's 1.1. This guy, Oscar De La Hoya said this Canelo Alvarez is 1.3. For Deontay Wilder, it goes from 2,500 to 1.5 million. It's like everybody's got wildly different numbers for the guy, depending on what their agenda is. It's getting old, man. It's getting old. Now, it's fun because you keep getting to see this, but Shawn Porter, man, don't add to it. I go back to the Shawn Porter thing, man. Don't add to it, Shawn Porter, with that nonsense that Deontay Wilder so fragile-minded that he can't even stand to have somebody say that he's going to knock somebody out. People say that to people all the daggone time, man. You get in there and you fight. But anyway, it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.